This is the ReVerb Experiment podcast with another Keeping It Real, where we react to the most viral, controversial clips that we can find on the internet. If you would love to submit one to us, we are active on Instagram at the ReVerb Experiment, or you can email it to us at the reverbexperiment@gmail.com. Today, we are going to react to the Kim Kardashian and Ray J epidemic that's going on.
Not the epidemic.
Felt like it's a damn pandemic. I was asleep and my phone was blowing up with notifications and tweets and messages, and Ray J was going off.
Yes, he was.
So we're going to react to the clips. I guess this came about because...
It came about because Kris Jenner did a lie detector test, like a playful lie detector test on the show, and it came up if she had anything to do with the sex tape coming out, and she said no, and then Ray J went off with receipts. So we got what Kim Kardashian had to say, and then what Ray J and his receipts had to say.
Exactly. And I'm sorry, I'm G_Focus.
Step.Dad.
Is on the mic. We're going to get into it because we know y'all love these reaction videos. So we're going to play Kim's clip first, and some of y'all have already seen this and heard this, but we want to just give some context.
My lawyer calls about the threats that there's more footage from the sex tape that's been out there.
Our legal rights are that she could sue anyone who releases the tape, even if it exists. They don't have a legal right to release the tape without her consent.
What tape? So Ray J's manager is claiming he has a sex tape of us in Santa Barbara. Had my son been a little bit older and been able to read, like, I would have been mortified, but I died inside. Marty, I am 99.9% sure that no other tape exists. This is supposed to be unreleased footage. I really don't know what they have. For 20 years, this has been held over my head of this mistake, or is it a mistake? It was my boyfriend, of years. My lawyer calls about the threats that they're...
Okay. Let me ask you a question real quick. This has nothing to do with the video. Do you lay your clothes out like that when you get ready for work?
Hell no, not on the ground. It looked like some dead bodies.
Do you watch Dragon Ball Z?
No.
Okay, never mind.
But why is the shoes? I can't.
It looks like somebody vanished and they just got taken up out of their body and the clothes just fell there. They got the clothes, they got the shoes, and it's it looks like, I don't know if that's carpet or hardwood. It just looks weird.
Yeah,
and all the clothes are all color coded. Okay.
I've seen people lay it on the bed.
Yeah, on the bed,
but
not on the floor like that.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. So that's Kim giving her accounts of the sex tape,
and this was from their show, and that aired. I said a while ago, and I think Ray J at that time he kind of gave the little, hold on now, y'all ain't finna do this.
Yeah, he was giving warning shots, and they kept pushing.
They kept pushing
because they used it to sell their show.
Exactly,
and to paint a narrative that they were victims and all that. And we're gonna get into that. I want to just play the context.
Let's play the receipts.
Ray J came with the receipts. No, this is just a short. This is a short snippet of a 3-hour IG live. So if you want to go back and listen to the whole thing, then you are more than welcome to. But
this man had a projector and gave a whole PowerPoint presentation
with text messages and all that. So this is Ray J going over the receipts that he had about the sex tape.
Look who was in the room with me. Look who wrote exactly what we sold. Tape number 1, Cabo intro. Tape number 2, Cabo sex. Tape number 3, here's the one that they said I had. Santa Barbara sex. Ray J, that's my signature. This isn't a copy of it. This is the original. So look who was in the room with me. Look who wrote.
Okay. So for context, he went over the contract that Kim signed.
He signed,
and I get the names mixed up. What's the mom's name?
Kris.
Kris was aware of and said that she had them reshoot to make sure that Kim looked presentable or marketable, whatever context you want to put that in. So somebody's lying.
Somebody's definitely lying.
And because in her clip, she said no other tapes existed.
Yeah, she's unaware. But how is it in the contract if you're unaware
of the other? Yes. And then, but she, from what she made it sound like, there's only one tape and the other footage was unreleased footage. In the contract, there's a tape 1, a tape 2, and a tape 3. And they got it listed like it's a damn track listed, like an album or something.
Right.
And it's 2 separate places, Cabo and Santa Barbara.
Exactly.
So,
and he said that the mom, Kris, made them reshoot in Santa Barbara as a backup, like a just in case.
Correct.
And then they decided which video they was going to use.
Correct. So let me ask you this. So then, do you believe that the lie detector test that she took was fake?
That was definitely fake. It was like, if you look at the context, like the kind of questions, it was supposed to be like a for fun type thing. That's why I don't even know why they even threw that in there. And it's kind of like, I don't know. It seems like, are you pressing him on purpose? Like, do you want him to react on purpose? Like, they weird. I really can't call it with them.
They use moments like this to promote what they got to sell.
Exactly. So it's like,
so I wouldn't be surprised if they knew they were poking the bear. I don't know if they expected this.
They did know that because he released text messages with him and Kim, and the DMs with him and Kim, and of when that episode aired, and he reached out to her. And then she basically reached out to him trying to like, oh, we won't talk about it anymore. Like basically trying to calm him down. And he obviously let it go because he didn't release the receipts.
Right.
And then here you go again. So you already knew. He already reached out to y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once. And threatened y'all once.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely believe it was fake. I didn't even watch it. I knew it was fake.
What, the sex tape?
Yeah, because how did you not know that there was a sex tape?
Yeah, and my thing is like, we know if it was released without your consent, you would be suing them. Simple as that. People cannot release nothing of you. We know that.
Right.
You can't even post a damn video on YouTube with a snippet of somebody's music in it, and you want me to believe that somebody could put out a whole sex tape, sell it, and you did not know or approve of it.
Yeah.
And but you can't sue? Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We ain't no fools.
We ain't stupid.
We ain't no fools. My thing for me is, Ray J, what is the point of this? And I mean, I get, he's like, oh, they're trying to paint me in a bad light and I have kids, and he want to clear his name. But I'm like, what are you clearing your name of to say that, like, you still agreed to do a sex tape with her for clout?
Yeah. I think
they did it for clout, but so did you.
Yeah, I think he's clearing his name because the way it was painted and the way that she tried to paint it in that clip was that she's a victim of him doing it. Because that's how it was painted, like he leaked the sex tape without my consent. So that was
05, so I can't remember what the narrative was about it.
That's what it was. It was that he leaked it without her consent, and that she was like appalled by it because this was a private moment with me and my boyfriend. Not, we all agreed on doing this because it was going to benefit of us all. So it made him look like he did it behind her back, and she was just innocent in the whole thing.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I think he's trying to clear his name of, because that's kind of been the running narrative, was that nobody really, I think the black community kind of knew that it was probably some agreement.
Oh, yeah.
But I think in Hollywood or LA, I don't know, whatever inner circles he run in, that I could imagine that probably did kind of hurt his brand a little bit, because it's made it seem like he did it like
revenge porn type of thing.
That, or that he did it to profit off of her.
Yeah, but y'all both, my thing
but
too.
But then I will say though, but then he also ran with the narrative is like that he made her.
Yeah, that's my thing. And I'm like, because he like, and when he was talking, he was saying like, basically like, you needed this sex tape to pop off. I was already popping. It's like, were you really?
Well,
you were Brandy's brother. Still, I don't care what you're saying.
05, I'm trying to go back in time. that did put her onto a lot of niggas as far as like knowing who she was.
I mean, no, I definitely, but I stop acting like you did not profit off of this, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah, Ray J definitely.
It was mutual for a reason.
It was a mutual profiting, but she definitely did profit off of the sex tape and profited off of the narrative that she did not know about it.
Absolutely.
Because I think if this was common knowledge back then, I'm trying to wonder like how would things differ, or would things differ?
I don't think so. And my thing is this: do you feel bad for Ray J in this situation?
No.
I don't either. Like, I feel like people always try to say that Kim Kardashian is a culture vulture, which she is. But at the end of the day, she's continuously co-signed by the niggas that allow her to be the vote. Like, you put her on, if you feel like you put her on with that sex tape by getting into bed with her. Kanye, knowing what you know, did the same thing, propped her up, got her on Vogue and all this other stuff. Like, literally... What she get? Fashion icon of whatever, because of the connections that you gave her, and now you crying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't argue with you. I was going to ask a question. You already beat me to it. Is she a culture vulture? I agree, but you can only be a vulture of the culture if somebody who's gatekeeping allows you in.
And both of y'all, like.
Yeah, and that's a conversation. And I already told y'all we had this conversation. I don't care if niggas call me a simp or whatever, but more times than not, when the culture vulture conversation comes up, black men are the ones that are usually the ones that are gatekeeping and allow it to happen. And that's music, that's culture, that's fashion.
Yeah, because that just made me think of what's her name and T.I. Iggy Azalea. You see what I'm saying? It's like you like, and then didn't he have a beef with her too after that?
Well, he did after people weren't receptive to her.
Exactly, but again,
I think if people were receptive to her, I don't think he would have said anything.
But again, I just don't feel. I don't feel bad, like especially Kanye, because you knew.
Well, I don't feel bad for him because he profited off of it.
Absolutely.
As long as you profited off of it, it seemed like you were kind of quiet about it. But again, we have to understand that the Kardashians are the masters of marketing.
Absolutely.
And you cannot rule out that this is not a part of their marketing machine. Because who's to say that this wasn't in contract behind closed doors?
I was just about to say, if you think it's about marketing, do you think he in on it too?
Could be.
I can't even trust you, bruh.
It could be to get her popping. But I will say, though, I do stand on truth. And I do believe, I tend to believe him more than I believe Kim.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't say I don't believe him. I said I don't feel bad for him because you got into bed with these folks.
I just want to make it clear, though, because in one sense, there was only one tape. Mm-hmm. Then it went to Kanye's getting the rest of the footage. Then we see the text messages between him, Ray J, and Kanye. Then we see that there's tape 1, 2, and 3. So
we see the conversation of her with him. Like, if you really felt this way about this man, why are you trying to appease him and get him to stay quiet? I definitely believe him.
Well, I wanted to see what the DM said on the Instagram before she blocked him.
Oh, she blocked him expeditiously.
But again, just with them, it's so many smoke and mirrors, you can't tell what's what. So I can't say that he's not in on it.
Yeah.
Because why is this just now coming out?
Yeah.
If you really felt like you were trying to defend yourself back then you've had this contract in your possession for what, 10 years? No. Has it been longer than that?
But my thing is this, like,
no, hold on. It's been longer than that. Like 20.
Yeah. 2005? It's 2022.
Coming up on 20, yeah.
So again, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's why I said, was this really necessary? Like, at this point.
Well, see, but then don't do no damn lie detector. Why are you doing a lie detector?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Ray J did kind of put her on blast. Because remember when Kanye was going back and forth with them?
And that's why I said he's already been kind of like.
Yeah, that's where it started. Because Kanye was going back and forth, and then Ray J kind of hopped in.
He co-signed.
And
I said, I don't understand why these black men are trying to make us feel bad for them for getting into bed with these women.
That's true.
and his family.
That's true.
But we post a cape for y'all like it was a choice.
That's true. Yeah.
Knowing what you know.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real.